The year was 2009. Modern Warfare 2 was at its height. Everybody on your friends list was playing it. And I was playing World at War Zombies at my friend's house because I did not have a PlayStation 3. All I wanted to do was play this game. I was hooked on it instantly when my friends got their PlayStation 3 and they decided to get this game. If only they didn't get this game, boy, if things would have changed. But this game really changed me. This game is what introduced me into the sort of the professional gaming industry with the PS3 and Xbox. Prior to this, I was mainly playing on the Wii. I was actually playing COD 4 on the Wii, and I was playing games on the DS and even my Game Boy. So this was my first entry into the, at the time, next-gen professional gaming industry. And there's just something about this map and playing it on World at War that just kept things so simple and scary and eerie. You know, you're by yourself in this room. Zombies coming at you from all sides. There are no perks. There are no things to help revive you. It's just you, the gun, and the zombies. And that's why I love this game. That's why I still love this game, or this iteration of Zombies. I actually have sort of a interesting story. Back before I had my PlayStation 3, and Modern Warfare 2 was out, my English teacher in the 5th grade actually played video games. And he was a gamer. And at that time, it was just really odd to see an adult gamer. I think he was maybe in his mid-40s. And this idea of this guy in his mid-40s playing video games, especially with the kids in my class, was just very intriguing but odd to me at the same time. And what had happened was we would essentially spend 30 minutes of the day talking about, well, at least the kids who did have a 360. He had both a 360 and a PlayStation 3, but it was mostly the kids that had, most of the kids in my class had a 360. I think I only know one person who had a PS3. And we would essentially spend 30 minutes every single day talking about Modern Warfare 2, the guns, the games, the latest matches that they were in. And as I said, he actually made us send a letter to our parents, basically granting him permission to play with us at home. And I was just super mad that I didn't get a chance to play with them. And I would beg my parents, can I please get an Xbox 360 or a PS3? And that really was my dilemma at the time. Do I get an Xbox 360 and play Modern Warfare 2 and sort of join the cool kids in my school? Or do I get a PS3 and sort of be left out in school, but at least I get to play with my neighborhood friends who were my best friends at the time? And of course, I chose the latter option. I chose the PlayStation 3 so I can play with my best friends, and I chose World at War so I could play the game that I truly love, because at that time I had never played Modern Warfare 2, and my friends didn't buy Modern Warfare 2, so I had no idea what this game was, but I was just intrigued because hearing about it every single day. Let's not grab that nuke. Hearing about it every single day, I just really wanted to play it, or just I really wanted to get into the gaming industry, as you can call it. Oh, I hate missing these headshots. And I believe that's it. Let's go ahead and hit the box. Alright, the sniper, not bad. So, as you can see, I'm not playing it on the PS3. I am actually playing on the 360 version of the game. And the reason why I decided to do this was, to me, the PlayStation 3 controller no longer is adequate for me. It's just not comfortable. And I can understand because I think it was made for people with smaller hands. I think it was just a demographic issue, or not an issue, but it was just a demographic thing that made the PlayStation controller a little bit smaller versus the 360 controller, which was a lot larger. Of course, at the time when I was in my early childhood, it was perfect. And in fact, I think I went over to my other friend's house and he had a 360, and I was like, what is this controller? It's huge, it's bulky, it's heavy. But now I can understand why that would actually come at a benefit. So now I kind of want to just stick on the 360, even though I do have I still have my PS3, I still have a decent collection of games on it. But for some of these games that require a little bit more precision, I think the 360 is just a better option. Let me tell you about a couple of the other games I got. I also got Grand Theft Auto 4, which I do plan on doing a run through again on the 360. I played that game probably twice in its entirety. I think I played it. Yeah, I played it on the PlayStation 3 once in its entirety, and then I played it on the PC. But the PC port is just absolutely horrible. It's a game that, despite it being that old, it still ran horribly. It would drop frames. I remember I used to have an Alienware laptop. I was, kind of was upset, but expected it not to run well on that because I think it only had like a 765M. A couple, years later when I built my first computer. Ooh, let me get that. Did I get stuck? I did. Okay, we have to get a Thompson. Even though I could have went to the box again. Let's just use this gun. When I had built my first computer, I was like, oh, for sure I can play Grand Theft Auto 4 and it's going to run flawlessly. In fact, I could probably even run it with some mods, even though I don't really like running games with mods. I love sticking to the OG. As you can see, I'm even playing this game on, I could easily be playing this on the PC with a 360 controller, but I want to stick it true to the originals, the way it was meant to be played, per se. Trench gun, I'll stick with my Thompson. But I ran it on my newly built computer, and it did not run it did not run well. Obviously, it ran a little bit better, but I later came to find out that it was just a bad port. So eventually, we're gonna have to start training some zombies. I think round 6 is when they start running. You got double points. Oh, I hate these headless zombies. Imagine being killed by one of those. Gewer. Not gonna take that. So essentially, I would like to stay in this room. I think the game plan for this game is you really don't even need to go upstairs. You could just stay here and run trains. Do not open that door. Or alternatively, you could have opened up that door and went up and around and kept this door closed, which I don't know if it's the better option. I think that would have been the better option. Okay, so they're going to start running in greater and greater proportions, so we're just going to have to be careful. Let's go ahead and run this box again. Nope. So this is where the train can get pretty scary, because you kind of have to lead them into one corner. and then wait for a gap. If you don't see a gap, just string them into the other side. And that box can be a problem. A lot of people, a lot of the times I got stuck in that box. Oop, and I almost got stuck there. Let's go ahead and grab this double points. Yeah, so this Thompson is starting to get a little weak, although it is holding up surprisingly well. Let's go ahead and just see if we can get a ray gun. I think that's what we need. Those are the two best guns: a ray gun. Ooh, almost about to get there. A ray gun and the MG42. And that's how really simple this game was. Oh. Gotta be careful there. Now we can just train them and then shoot them down with the MG42. Scoped Kar 98K. Carbine, I'm getting a lot of wall weapons. Okay, Browning is nice, but I don't want too heavy weapons. Sawed-off shotgun, or not sawed-off, double-barreled, excuse me. Can I get a ray gun, please? Oh my gosh. Alright. The bar. It's a good American weapon, but not that great in zombies. That would have been a really American thing for COD to do, to just make the American weapons overpowered and make all the other Russian and German weapons very weak. Although I don't know if there are any Russian weapons in this game. I don't know. I'm pretty sure Russia made weapons. That was scary. That was very scary. I gotta be careful there. Do have an insta-kill? Great. Oh, that's not an insta-kill. I'm not gonna get that. Oh, I'm stuck. And I'm dead. 9 rounds. You know what? I don't think that's bad in this map. Given that I just came back on after a couple... I mean, I think I did play this game occasionally on the PC, but it's been a while since I just went in and played it solo on the original consoles that it launched in. But that'll be it for this video. Thanks for watching, and hopefully you guys could join with me and relive some of our past childhood memories, playing a lot of the older Call of Duties, and especially now, given that there's still players on there, because at one point I think there are going to be not enough players to the point where you're just there's going to be no way for you to play these games, except for zombies, you can play solo, but as far as multiplayer goes, the player base is dwindling down. So that'll be it. Hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll see you in the next one.